Dr. Umar Johnson, who usually projects bold confidence online, appeared visibly exhausted this time. Bags under his eyes, clear weight loss, drained energy, everything suggested a man who is truly down bad. And once the Instagram frame widened just a little, the truth revealed itself. A tiny cluttered closet doubling as a conference hall. Potato chip bags on the floor, chicken bones in the corner, old throwback jerseys hanging behind him. The setup looked less like a Pan-African summit and more like a storage room stream. Wearing his signature Pan-African headband and themed sweatshirt, Dr. Umar tried hard to sell the illusion of a massive movement. But the cramped space, random props, and makeshift Mac drop made everything feel like a DIY spectacle crafted purely for social media. The difference between his polished online clips and the raw, unfiltered reality was impossible to ignore. What he proudly labeled a conference looked more like a personal closet broadcast, complete with costumes, clutter, and the appearance of leadership that might not actually exist beyond that tiny, crowded room.
Sister Lady Bay going twice. Where you at, Lady Bay? Let me see your face, Lady Bay. I gotta see you.
You
gotta see you, Lady Bay.
I just woke up, doctor.
You just woke up, my queen.
But I know you don't care because
I don't care.
Us natural.
Black women are beautiful all the time.
Here I go.
Here you go, Lady Bay. Where you at in the world? Where you at in the world?
I'm in Minnesota.
Minnesota. What part of Minnesota?
I live in the southwest suburbs, Chaska.
Have you ever heard of Rochester, Minnesota?
Yes, I have.
How far are you from Rochester?
About an hour and a half.
I'm going to be speaking there.
Really?
The first day of Black History Month, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
Rochester, Minnesota. So all my Minnesota Africans, I'll be out there.
How will I? How can I get tickets? Or I'm definitely
coming. With me. Check in with me because I don't have the details yet. Check in with me January.
Okay.
I'll let you know. So,
I'm excited.
What's on your mind today?
I just wanted to say hello to you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I really appreciate just how you represent us, especially us Black women, because we definitely go through a lot, and I just really appreciate you for that.
Let me ask you this. What is the biggest challenge for Black women, in your opinion, in America today? What is the biggest 1, 2, or 3 challenges you think our sisters have in this country at this time?
Well, right. To me, I think the biggest challenge is that we don't have support from the men.
Okay.
Most of us have been single, raising our children on our own because the men are doing whatever, and
the audience at Dr. Umar Johnson's Pan-African Closet Conference was surprisingly small, barely 17 people scouted around the Cramped setup, and almost all of them seemed to fit one very specific demographic: young women dealing with low self-esteem and personal insecurities. It was obvious Dr. Umar had perfected a strategy tailored just for this crowd. Using a mix of flattery, emotional validation, and a theatrical sense of authority, he kept them locked in, hanging on to every word. The entire closet setup, the Pan-African headbands, the themed sweatshirt, the symbolic background, all work together to create a carefully engineered persona, a character.
We got next.
Designed to impress, attract, and hold attention. But behind the crafted image, the truth of the event painted a very different picture. A sharp contrast between the illusion of leadership and the small, tightly controlled reality happening inside that tiny, crowded room. The financial motives behind Dr. Umar Johnson's operation were impossible to miss. Attendees were reportedly paying hundreds of dollars for private curated access, including hotel meet and greets that sounded more like paid fan encounters than genuine community events. One example stood out: a $600 package for a short, highly managed experience with Dr. Umar.
Her way 27 going once. Her way 27 going twice.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful. Where you joining in from, my queen?
Connecticut.
What part of Connecticut?
Fairfield, Connecticut.
Fairfield is closest to what major city? Is that Hartford or another city? Where you at? Bridgeport, Hamden? Where you at?
Not far from Bridgeport, though.
Not far from Bridgeport. I got you, my beautiful queen. What's on your mind today?
Okay, so I've been on TikTok just browsing through a few lives and having a few arguments because I feel that black Americans are not being seen in a political stance. Like, we have skin folk in office, but they're not black Americans, but they're speaking on our issues as if they are our voice, and how that is wrong. And when I speak something about it, everybody's having a problem with it. Like, it's a major issue for us because we don't have the black experience.
My perspective, and I like to get your insight on my perspective. Because I'm a Pan-Africanist, I come from a different angle. So I see all African people as family, no matter where they come from, right? With that being said, yes, one race. With that being said, I see nothing wrong with each branch of the family handling their own private business, as long as it doesn't take away from the collective unity of the entire family. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a grandmom who had 10 kids, right? Each child has their own family. They got their own children, they got their own grandchildren. It is a time and a place for each child to be with their own children, handle their own issues in their own house, right? So what goes on in my brother's house is my brother's business. It is not my business. What goes on in my sister's house is my sister's business. It's not my business unless they come to me and ask me to get involved.
Experience with Dr. Umar, complete with lodging and moments of personal attention. It all felt polished, intentional, and very profitable. But the money wasn't the only layer. His interactions felt calculated, almost rehearsed. Strategic compliments were dropped at just the right moments to make attendees feel seen, chosen, and emotionally tied to him. This created a subtle cycle, a loop where vulnerability was leveraged and admiration slowly turned into dependency, all while the financial meter kept running. Visually and behaviorally, Dr. Umar's decline was impossible to ignore. His stress and exhaustion seeped through the screen, amplified by the cramped, suffocating environment of the Pan-African Closet Conference. His face looked drawn, dark bags under his eyes, and a clear drop in weight, a stark contrast to the confident, booming persona he maintains online. These physical signs perfectly mirrored the growing gap between his projected authority and the weakened reality. Inside that tiny closet, even basic charisma and showmanship felt forced, necessary just to keep a small audience mildly engaged. The low turnout and thin profit margins hinted at a deeper truth. His reach and influence might be slipping. Despite the polished social media image and the elaborate performance style, the in-person event revealed a man struggling to uphold the leadership role he sells online. This widening split between presentation and reality exposed the fragile nature of his platform and the carefully orchestrated methods he uses to keep his niche followers financially and emotionally hooked. During the conference, several women participated as panelists or attendees, sharing concerns and personal experiences. One woman expressed frustration with systemic issues.
And then we're going to close out. Let's tap in and then we're going to close out.
Pointing out that skin folk in office didn't necessarily represent the community. Her thoughts carried truth, but the setting revealed something deeper. Dr. Umar's habit of selectively amplifying voices while tightly steering the narrative. His compliments, constant validation, and targeted praise were strategically aimed at women dealing with self-esteem struggles, ensuring their continued attention, loyalty, and emotional investment in the illusion he maintains. Dr. Umar's manipulation became especially clear in the way he stage-managed every interaction. Each woman was showered with intense flattery, comforting reassurances, and laser-focused attention, all engineered to deepen their emotional dependence on his validation. This dynamic left attendees feeling connected, yet subtly pushed into financial and psychological vulnerability. Witnesses reported that guests were expected to pay hefty fees for private moments or VIP access, often reaching hundreds of dollars for just a brief interaction. The blend of emotional pandering and carefully timed payment requests revealed how his charisma functioned as a tool of financial and psychological exploitation, targeting the audience's trust and insecurities. A repeating theme throughout the conference was what critics call Dr. Umar's 4 Fs: fundraising, food, fingering, and explicit behavior. If you know, you know. These elements weren't officially promoted.
Be chocolate going once. Pretty Chocolate going twice.
Oh, good morning.
How you doing, beautiful? Where you at in the world?
I'm in Mount Holly, New Jersey. I didn't know you were actually
Mount Holly is Southern Jersey, right?
Correct. Close to Philly, yes.
Close. Okay, because I'm in Philly. I thought so. Okay, go right ahead, my queen.
I'm just here saying good morning. I tried to reach out to you. I invited you to my wedding last year, but
I missed it.
No, it's still happening.
When is it?
It's July 19th of 26.
Where will it be? What city or state or country? Or?
It's going to be in Berlin, New Jersey at Lucian.
Okay. I might be able to make that then.
Yeah, it's on
I can drive,
Sunday.
right? It's driving distance.
It is, correct.
And what's the date?
July 19th.
What day of the week is it?
It's on God's Day. It's on Sunday.
I think I can make that.
Okay.
Text me. You got my cell, right?
I do still have your number.
Text me that info and make sure you give me the city. I'm gonna try to make that. I like going to weddings.
Awesome.
My fiance
will be
wedding
so
gowns
happy.
and those bridesmaids and those. Let me behave. Stay focused. Well, yeah, I'm coming to the wedding. I want some mac and cheese. I know y'all gonna have the soul food popping.
It's gonna be beautiful.
I'm coming to the wedding. I think I'm gonna get me a tuxedo too. I think I'm coming up in there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
yeah, you can have your +1.
Now listen, are you gonna have a whole bunch of Neanderthal energy at that wedding or what?
Absolutely.
Because sometimes I go to these black weddings, boy, and they be flooded with Neanderthal nation. I'll be like, is this a black wedding or what the hell?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Send me that text, Queen. I'm pulling up.
I will. Thank you for answering my request. You have a good day.
No problem, all right now. God bless.
Promoted, but were widely inferred through testimonies from former insiders. His tendency to mix intimate gestures with educational or cultural messaging created a blurred boundary between mentorship and manipulation. For many attendees, the fascination around him came as much from personal validation and curiosity as it did from any ideological appeal. One of the most revealing moments came when a guest openly invited Dr. Umar to her wedding. On the surface, it sounded innocent, but for observers familiar with his sexual reputation and prior behavior, the idea of him attending felt complicated. The moment highlighted an ongoing pattern of inappropriate engagement with female followers, another reminder of how his public persona sharply diverges from his private conduct. This mix of self-esteem targeting, financial solicitation, and personal entanglements exposed the performative nature of the Pan-African Closet Conference. What was marketed as an empowering educational space increasingly appeared to be a carefully managed spectacle, crafted to maintain his image while obscuring deeper issues. Outside this cramped Pan-African closet setup, Dr. Umar presents himself as a visionary leader, educator, and architect of Black empowerment. Yet a closer look reveals a glaring contrast between the image he promotes and the reality of his operations. His flagship dream, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, remains unfinished after years of promises. Floors he claimed were almost done weeks ago still sit untouched. The massive building, once hyped as a revolutionary school, has yet to host any meaningful educational activity. Critics now joke that only a miracle from the ancestors could complete it. Meanwhile, his constant nationwide travel only intensifies the disconnect. From small speaking engagements to underwhelming cultural events, he projects the vibe of a respected, in-demand leader. But behind the scenes, the logistics tell a very different story. Venues are tiny, crowds are shrinking, and revenue is thinning. Multiple sources report that many stops on his tour draw fewer than 20 people, a harsh contrast to the booming confidence displayed on his social media accounts. His Instagram persona, bold, charismatic, commanding, rarely matches the reality of near-empty rooms and dwindling influence. And while his online presence showcases confidence, observers at events notice a different picture. Visible weight loss, stark eye bags, fatigue, and a stressed demeanor. Signs that the burden of mismanaged projects might finally be catching up to him. His reliance on props, costumes, and theatrics at events like the Closet Conference only exaggerates the gap between performance and substance. Public perception often casts Dr. Umar as a disciplined scholar and champion of Black educational reform. But behind the scenes are missed deadlines, operational chaos, broken promises, and growing doubt among former supporters. The FDMG Academy, once a symbol of hope, now stands as a monument to overextension and unfulfilled expectations. And even his speaking engagements, intended to reinforce authority, sometimes resemble wandering appearances more than legitimate leadership. the recurring theme is glaring, a widening rift between his carefully crafted persona and the actual results. While his rhetoric emphasizes empowerment, the evidence, empty buildings, small events, and constant logistical setbacks, paints a less flattering portrait, one that threatens both his credibility and the trust of his remaining audience. As the clips come to an end, Dr. Umar's current state becomes impossible to ignore. The fatigue on his face, the weight loss, the exhaustion, these are details that Instagram filters and curated posts can't hide. Financially and operationally, he appears stretched to the breaking point. Sparse conference attendance, dropping profits, and stalled projects like the FDMG Academy reveal a man whose reality is rapidly catching up to the persona he's been selling online. The gap between his digital confidence and real-world instability has never been wider. Yet, this saga is far from over. He continues traveling, posting, and even conducting unconventional rituals, including bizarre voodoo-style ceremonies with small militia-like groups. These new behaviors promise even more contradictions between his public claims and private decisions, fuel for ongoing debate and scrutiny. For anyone following this unfolding story, one message stands out. Critical observation matters. Faceless commentary channels exist for this reason, to expose the gaps between image and reality, keeping the commentary sharp, the humor biting, and the receipts ready. If you want to stay updated on the latest breakdowns of Dr. Umar's ventures, hit subscribe, drop a like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. And share your thoughts below. What's your take on the closet conference, the shrinking crowds, and the growing controversies?